What's good, YouTube? Everyone92 here, back again once again, and today, people, it's Thursday, so you already know that means we have another Pokemon Top 5 all lined up ready to go for you guys. Now, last week, we had Top 5 Dragon-type Pokemon, which ended up being a Top 10 because it's just so much power to choose from, and we couldn't narrow it down to 5, and unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to vote because this week is the final type. It is the final week. It is the final episode of Season 3 of Top 5. That is correct. Next week will mark the first episode, the debut episode of Season 4, and we will be kicking it off with our special edition of Top 5, the Top 10 legendary Pokemon. We've been talking about it all season long, and it'll finally be here next week. But this week's Top 5, as well as any Top 5 that I do, is 100% opinionated, meaning that if you don't agree with it, then by all means leave your own Top 5 Rock-type Pokemon in the comment section below. In addition to that, this Top 5 is not based off of just stats, it's not based off of just design, it's based off of a culmination of things. If you're looking for a Top 5 based off of just stats, then by all means, Bulbapedia is the place for you. And of course, I choose not to use any legendary Pokemon in my top 5s because, hint hint, next week at the end of the season I choose to do a top 10 legendary special edition of Top 5, and of course we'll find out all about that next week. You guys already know about that. You know the song and dance. Let's go ahead and get into this week's Top 5, goddammit, yeah! Starting off our countdown this week, in the number 5 slot, we have Archeops. Archeops, yes, Archeops. We have some fossil Pokemon this week. Archeops, I've recently found a newfound love for, especially with 6th Gen, as I got into competitive Wi-Fi battling. I always thought Archeops was a very interesting, it was always a cool looking Pokemon, ever since I saw it in Black and White when it first debuted, of course, because it's a 5th Gen unit of a Pokemon, but in 6th Gen, especially with Defeatus, it's so good, they have to give it Defeatus, because if they didn't, it would be broken. Its stats are too high for what it is. It's just so much power. It's so amazing. I love everything about it, design and stats. It's number 5 this week. Sliding into the number 4 slot this week, we go from 5th Gen all the way back to 1st Gen with our rock-flying fossil-type Pokemon, and we have Aerodactyl up in this bitch. The first time I saw Aerodactyl, I was just like, what the hell? And of course, for the longest time, I couldn't figure out how to get it. Call me slow, do whatever the hell you want. I couldn't figure out how to get it, and I'm pretty sure the first time a lot of us saw Aerodactyl was when we took on Lance in 1st Gen, and we looked at it and we were like, oh my god. I don't know what it is I'm looking at, but I love it. And of course, in 6th Gen, Aerodactyl received that powerful Mega Evolution. It just really sucks that they can't really take use of his ability. Just Dragon, it's Tough Claws before Dragon Claw. Jesus Christ, he can't really take that much use of his ability. At the same time, Aerodactyl's already kind of slighted in the sense that he doesn't have a whole lot of really good stab moves. I mean, Stone Edge is really the best it gets, and then on top of that, like Air Cutter, Air Slash, I don't know all of its flying type moves off the top of my head. I just know it could have been so much better, but I still love him. He's number 4 this week. In the number 3 slot, we have the powerhouse, the mighty Rhyperior. Oh my lord, our Rhyperior is so powerful. I gained so much respect for Rhyperior in 5th Gen when I started messing around with him on Showdown. I had a subscriber by the name of Heracross make me a team, a UU team with Rhyperior on it. And again, this was just as I was getting into Wi-Fi. I didn't know all the ins and outs, and I still don't, but still, it was even less then. But Rhyperior was on that UU team, and ever since then, I have fallen in love with Rhyperior. He is such an amazing wall. At the same time, he can hit back so hard. Hits back so hard, and of course it's a ground type. You guys know ground type's one of my favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite types. Look, it just raises hands and destruction follows. Oh. Honestly, when it comes to design, I like Rhydon a lot better, but everything's not perfect. Everything's not perfect. That's all I gotta say. But still, I love Rhyperior. It's number 3 this week, just because it's so much power. It's so much power. In the number 2 slot, we have Tyrantrum. Gonna lower that head and smash the fuck out of you with it. That head smashing Tyrantrum. You guys already know. I mean, do I need to go over my reasoning? Do I really need to sit down and detail Tyrantrum in any sort of way and explain to you why I love Tyrantrum since I saw it? When it was announced in 6th Gen, when I saw that fossil trailer and they released it, I lost my shit. I've been wanting I've been wanting a T-Rex Pokemon. I can't think of what I want to say. I've been wanting a T-Rex Pokemon for the longest time, and we finally got it, and the fact that they built it as a king, and I am the King Nappy. It's just so perfect. I love him anyway, in every way. The Dragon type makes him even better. Tyrantrum was number 2 this week for just being fucking awesome. And claiming the number 1 spot this week is the powerful pseudo-legendary Pokemon himself, Tyranitar. This has been a very powerful Rock-type countdown. I don't know why a lot of people left Rock-type. They hear Rock-type and they just think it's boring, it's booty, it's stupid typing Pokemon. But you gotta admit, this has been a very, very powerful top 5 so far. And to top it off with a pseudo-legendary Pokemon being T-Tar itself, one of the most common OU threats. You can have a special T-Tar, physical T-Tar, you can have a wall out of a T-Tar, and then in 6th Gen they gave it a Mega Evolution T-Tar. Oh my lord, T-Tar. Again, it's one of those Pokemon, the moment I laid eyes on it, I fell in love with it. Just looking at it, just looking at T-Tar, it just exudes power. Like, you can't look at Tyranitar and think, look at this little bitch right here. What the fuck is this bitch gonna do? I'm just a bitch gonna do. I'm so mad I didn't use the shiny T-Tar in this one, because it would have been so much better, because shiny T-Tar has a little purple scale on his belly and all that shit. But either way, he's number 1, pure power. There it is. So there you have it, people. That wraps up this week's top 5 Rock-type Pokemon. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash the hell out of the like button down below for us, because you already know your support is appreciated. When it comes to next week's typing, we don't have one. We are all out of types now. So like I said at the beginning of the video, next week we will begin Season 4 with a special edition of Top 5 being our top 10 legendary Pokemon. But at the same time, by all means, share with us your own top 5 Rock-type Pokemon in the comment section below. 3 seasons are down, ladies and gentlemen. I remember I started this series with just top 5 favorite Pokemon, and it gained enough popularity that people wanted to hear more and more and more, and they suggested me do types, and here we are 3 seasons later. And it's been an amazing ride. I asked you guys 2 weeks ago, should we continue it into the 4th season? And an overwhelming reaction was yes, 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 yes. So, as I said, next week we'll begin Season 4. If you all have enjoyed this series thus far, including this week, make sure you smash the like button down below for us if you have not already. Share with us your own top 5 Rock-type Pokemon as well. And of course, thank you for your support. Top 5 wouldn't be what it is without you guys. Thank you for your support. And thank you for checking out the video. You're me, 29182. I'm out.